Hello and welcome to Lecture Loops. Today we are going to discuss about the conditional statements in programming language or conditional statements in Python. So there are various conditional statements in Python, and these conditional statements are very important in any programming language. So any programming language, how Python executes the statements. If you have written the statements, these are suppose programming statements that you have written in a program, then Python will execute all these statements one by one from top to bottom, one after another. So this is the sequential execution of any program. But suppose if you want to break this sequential execution, or suppose you want to skip some of the statements and execute some other set of statements on the basis of some condition, runtime condition, then you can use these conditional statements. So these conditional statements are very useful in any programming language to change the flow of execution of the program. So there are various types of conditional statements. Number one is if, and number two is simple if else statement. Then there are chained if statements, and number four is nested if else statement. If you want detailed notes of these conditional statements or other topics also, like data types, variables, if you want detailed notes, then you can visit my website www.lectureloops.com. There you will get detailed notes of everything along with the examples also. So you can read them, you can go through them. And here only I am going to tell you the concept of or the working of these statements. So first of all, we will see that what this if statement do. These statements are also called branching statements, because basically, for example, we take first of all the simple if statements. So it creates two branches like this. So in this way your programs are going like this, top to bottom, executing one after another, and then suddenly if a statement comes, and now there are two branches or two possibilities. You can go to this way, you can go to this way. So that's why these are also called branching statements. So suppose this is the if statement, and how you're going to do in Python, if, and here you will put some condition like this, if x is greater than 0. So this is the condition. Okay, now this condition x greater than 0, there are two possibilities, either x will be greater than 0 or x will be less than 0. So this condition will be either true or false. Okay, now there will be some set of statements associated with this if block. Okay, so these are some set of statements that are associated with this if block, and then there are other programming statements, and there are also some programming statements before this if statement. So the program will be executed like this, top to bottom, one after another. All these statements will be executed, and then suddenly this if statement encounters. Now the system will check whether this x is greater than 0 or not. Suppose the value of x is 20. So 20 is greater than 0. So the condition is true. Now what will happen? This particular block which is associated with this if, it will get executed. And then these set of statements will be executed. Understand? Now suppose what if the condition is false. Now we will check for the condition, for the false condition. Now suppose the value of x is -5. In that case, the x is not greater than 0. Now the condition is false. Now what will happen? If the condition is false, these statement will be executed as it is. Now the condition is false, so this particular block, this particular block will be skipped. So these statements will not be executed, any of them. It will not be executed, and your flow of program will directly jump here. And these statements will be executed one after another, which are outside the if block. In this way, on the basis of this condition, either we are going to execute this program, statements, or we are going to skip these statements. So if the condition is true, these statements will be executed. If condition is false, these statements will be skipped. In this way, this if works. Okay, so this, like for example, if you make a simple program x equal to 0, and you put here if x is greater than 0, and you can like print here, print hello, like this, and then there are print by. Okay, now now what happens? The value of x is 0. First of all, this statement will be executed. Then the condition, if x is greater than 0. This condition is false. So this particular print statement will not be executed, and the output will be by only. Okay, so by will be printed because this is outside if block. Okay, in Python, which statement is associated with if and which statement is not associated with a particular if statement is decided only on the basis of indentation. So indentation is very important in Python. So I will, I will make some programs of if else in PyCharm also, and then in my next video you can see all these programs, and then you will better understand how to make these programs in Python. Okay. Here only focus on the concept working of this if. Now the next thing is, suppose in this program only we change the value of x as 10. Now if the value of x is 10, then what will happen? The value of x is greater than 0. 10 is greater than 0. Okay, so this particular statement will be executed because now the condition is true. Since the condition is true, so print hello, hello will be printed, by will be printed as it is. So the output now will be hello and by. Understood? So in this way, if statement works. In my next video, I will tell you how if else works, and chained if else and nested if else. So we'll see also those statements. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.